Hey YouTube, Shinobi here with a review of the Power Rangers Samurai 4-inch Wave 2. This is a very late review. These guys started popping out months ago, but the problem being is that Bandai of America, anyway, sends things out in various different case assortments so that certain figures don't clog the shelves. So instead of sending even cases of like 2 of each figure, they often give cases of 3 reds, 2 blues, 1 green, 1 gold, 1 Decker, and 1 Rita, or something like that. They're in cases of 12. So we have a bunch of like reds and blues clogging the shelves, and even greens on occasion, where the short-packed guys in the back tend to get ignored, except for Mega Mode Gold. He's very readily available. But so the problem I had is that I was finding the case assortments with the 3 guys in Mega Mode Gold. I was not finding the case assortments that had Rita, Decker, or normal gold. I ended up finding Rita, but every time I found Rita, I could never find Decker, even though supposedly Rita and Decker always shipped in the same case. So Decker must just be really popular. But regardless, I couldn't find them. I got Rita, obviously, and Decker and normal gold eluded me for the longest time, but thanks to DosmRider, my good old buddy, I was finally able to get them, so thank you. Otherwise, this review still wouldn't happen because I still have yet to see Decker or normal mode gold at retail at all. So, on with the review. Obviously, as you can see, this wave consists of normal modes red, blue, green, and gold, mega mode gold, Decker, and Rita Repulsa from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, the original season, and season 3, and some of Zeo and some of Turbo, and some of Space. Anyway, we'll start with her just to get her out of the way. She is a figure that basically Bandai made because people kept demanding it. They were like, I want to read a Repulsa figure, I want to read a figure, I want to read a figure. And yeah, for some reason they made Zed in the MMPR 2010 line before they made her, but I don't understand. Anyway, they finally made her. She is in samurai packaging. There is a little paper thingy on there that says Mighty Morphin Power Rangers with the new 2010 logo. So, yeah. She has a really derp face, and she really isn't that great. But having her is what counts, I suppose. So, I'm not going to complain too much. Sculpt's nice. Details are nice. She just kind of has a really derpy look on her face. And she can move. She has a little whatever joint you call it, and a swivel right here at the arms. So, her staff doesn't fit too well in her hands. That's why I tend to rotate her around to where she can hold the staff with both hands, except now I can't pull it off, so I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but anyway, here's Rita. So, we'll start with Red next. So, Red comes with both the Spin Sword and the Fire Smasher in cannon mode. Really nice touch, considering I was afraid we weren't going to get this. It's got a little bit of too much of a gap here, but that's okay, I'm not complaining. Looks pretty nice. It doesn't weigh him too bad, so he can actually hold it and stand decently, as long as you get the right pose going. So that's nice. And then the Spin Sword obviously just pops out of the holster and goes right into his hand, just like so. And I really like the looks of these. They took a lot of cues from the MMPR 2010 line. Their hands are kind of ginormous compared to the rest of their body. But other than that, I think they did a pretty good job. Yeah, they're kind of muscular and not like actual people in the suits. But it's not nearly as noticeable as some past Bandai of America figures. So overall, I would say they did a pretty good job on these. I like the way they look. Plus, there's paint on the back. It's a miracle. Mommy, it's a Christmas miracle. So the weapons get kind of weird from here on out. Blue, pretty much the same details, just with his helmet. Same spin sword thing. Same articulation. In fact, all these have the same articulation except for, I think, Decker. But he comes with a hydro bow that is stylized after the Fire Smasher cannon mode. So, just like with the Fire Smasher cannon mode, how they put the 5 discs into that slot and then attach a disc to the back, which this doesn't have. But to do their attack, this is a hydro bow with 4 other discs attached, not counting the one that's right there at the base. So this is kind of like a final attack version of the hydro bow, which is really cool. It beat getting another hydro bow. If you want your blue to have the normal hydro bow and then mega mode to have this or something, then just take the weapon from your mega mode figures and give them to these guys. That's what I'm going to end up doing, because the mega modes don't have weapons outside of the mega blade. But this is still a really cool concept, and instead of packaging basically a repackage of a weapon, I'm glad that they kind of thought out of the box and designed something new, which is pretty neat. Dawson thinks it looks like a sprinkler, but I think he's stupid. So I'll just pop that back into his hand. It does kind of off balance him a little bit, and he has to kind of look like he's taking a poop in order to stand straight, but that's fine. So gold, this is green, Shuki. Green is pretty much the same as all the others. And I did forget to mention, they do have the Shoto phone, Samurai's, whatever, pouch right here on the side of their belt. And so here is his head sculpt. Again, looking pretty nice. And here is his. His is a lot less imaginative than the hydro bow. But it features a disc up here like normal, and then a disc down here with 2 kanjis for wood. And then 3 discs right here on the holster. I don't know how he would physically get them on this thing, but that's a story for another day, I suppose. But that's really cool, like a super wood spear or something. Here is normal mode gold. Again, pretty much the same. In fact, it is the same as all the others. However, he does not have a holster for the spin sword, because he does not have a spin sword. He still has the hole there, but it doesn't have the piece. And obviously he's gold and blue as opposed to the green and black and blue and black and such. And here's his head sculpt. Same head sculpt from the Mega Mode, which we will see. And again, very nice. These ones, this guy features a peg in the back here that these guys feature as well. I forgot to point that out. To hold his Barracuda blade. So that just pops right in here. Or you can flip it the other way around. I don't remember which way it's actually supposed to face. I think it's this way. I think, because he usually grabs the sword with his right hand, I think. But anyway, it don't really matter. So you can pop this off and slide that out. So unlike the figure art, this one actually has a holstered blade. And then he usually does a downhand style. He doesn't hold this all that well, honestly. He's, in fact, holds it probably the weakest out of all of the figures, which I find a little bit sad. And then with this, he often does fight with the sheath because he uses that sword style, which I really like. I do dig that. But there's no way for him to hold it because it's too big. However, the part where it sheaths is open, so you can kind of wedge his fingers in there. And you can get him to hold this, kind of like that a little bit. So he can do a two-handed style with this. You just kind of have to ghetto it a bit. So something like that. Pretty neat. Mega Mode Gold is the same as the other Mega figures, obviously, except just done in gold with Gold's helmet, since he doesn't get a new helmet sculpt from Mega Mode for some reason. I don't know why. And then here is his Mega Blade, obviously. Right here, the same Mega Blade that came with all the others. There's nothing special about it whatsoever. I do wish you would have got like a robot version of the Sakanomaru or Barracuda Blade for his mode, since he doesn't use a spin sword, but oh well. Not much you can do about it. And like the other Mega Modes, he does have really wiggly legs. I think it's just something with that molding. But I love the way this figure looks. I love Mega Mode Gold. I don't know why. I just can't help but love it. Very cool. And then last but not least, we have Deker. Good old Rick Medina, being someone that's not Cole. And he comes with 2 swords. He comes with a sword that is pretty much the Mooger's swords. So he comes with that. I'm probably not going to pose him with that just because I don't think he ever even used one, but did one? Way to English, Shuki. But he does come with his his sword, Uramasa, and it's decently done. It has a lot more silver on it than it needs to, but it still has that ribbed spine-like thing effect going on there. And articulation-wise, it is pretty much the same as these guys, except very limited by his little skirt guard hip piece thing. So it's very limited there, but same range of movement, and his thighs are quite a bit thicker, so he can't really go inward as much as the others. And his shoulder guards get in the way too, but all the same kind of construction as the other figures here. And overall, I think they did a fantastic job with Deker. I mean, it's no figure art or anything like that, but for a 4-inch scale Bandai of America figure, I think they pretty much nailed the details on Deker. And again, it is painted in the back. It reminds me a lot of an SIC Kiwami in terms of how most of this figure actually is blackwashed a bit, which is surprising to me, but very, very cool. So, good job on Deker, Bandai. I can see why he probably sells out with the kids. It's rare that we get additional villains. So that is it for Wave 2. One thing I did forget to mention is that red, blue, green, and normal mode gold all come with these little samurizers. Even though these are technically all samurai morphers, because they don't have the hump right here like the samurizers do, because they're designed after the Bandai of America toy, as opposed to the show prop. But they do come with these. As you can tell, they are very, very, very oversized compared to the actual figure, so they're kind of pointless, hence why I forgot about them the first time I filmed this, so yeah. Cool, I guess. But Wave 2 is awesome. If you're getting the figure arts, you don't really need most of these figures. You can probably get away with just picking out Mega Mode Gold and calling it a day, and Rita if you want the MMPR things. But for those of you collecting the 4-inch line, these are obviously must-haves. Most of you have these already. And honestly, I can definitely recommend them. I don't have problems with any of them except for the white joint, so that still bothers me. But overall, pretty fantastic sculpts, and I do dig the little guys. Collecting PR toys is always a fun little pastime, and even though hunting these guys were not stressful but annoying, but really cool. I love them. You can check out ShukenShinobi.com for all the latest updates on my reviews, and of course, check out RidersRangersandRambles.com for all the latest token news in the craziest way possible. So take care and have a great one.